Has this ever happened to you, or are you normal? Yesterday, I started out this project of making a few little milk jug greenhouses. And then I had a whole lot of fun with step one of the process. And so I decided, I know I was gonna do a few little peppers and some brassicas, a few herbs I really needed. But instead of doing 6 greenhouses, I think I'm gonna do 22. And because I clearly qualify as having some type of disorder, I had to do each step one at a time. So I had to do step 1 to every greenhouse, and then step 2 and step 3, at which point in time I was like, oh my God, what have I got myself into? But I couldn't do them in a disorganized manner. So I sat in my living room, not in my living room, in my basement, doing these stupid greenhouse, milk jug greenhouses for hours on end. But check this out. I now have 22 plants planted. I have Independence Day tomatoes, which I'm planting to use myself and sell. I want to make some salsa and some different sauces to can. Rosemary, hoping it will grow, but I have no luck with that. Self-heal, which you can't read because I had started to put habanero peppers in there and realized I'm out of seeds. California Wonder green peppers for general purposes. Let's see. What's in this one? Nasturtium. Somehow I forgot to seal part of that. Oops. 2 different kinds of nasturtiums actually. Jalapenos. I'll probably keep some and sell some. Red cherry tomatoes. Same thing with all of the peppers. I'll probably do that. Sell some and keep some. German chamomile for my business. Arnica. Trying it in these as well as inside. Some sage down there. I'll use that actually for my business more than cooking. Poblanos, so I can make some salsa verde. Long slim cayennes, organic ones. I have 2 jugs of cayennes actually, because I use so many in my business. People love cayenne pain creams. Passion flower to make some teas. The other thing of cayenne, one is our organic, one is not. Chadwick cherry tomatoes. Purple bell peppers. Let's see. Nasturtium. This one is multicolored. The other are all pink, and they're so pretty. Rutgers tomatoes. Organic San Marzano tomatoes. Lavender for my business. Trying it in all the different ways to see if I can somehow get it to grow. And yellow pear tomatoes. So you may be wondering, Janet, how do I make a milk jug greenhouse? Well, I made a little video, but after it, I found 2 tips that really helped me. First of all, the very first thing I did in the process was to poke holes in the bottom, because I always forget that. So I believe every single one of these has a hole, has its drainage system, which is 4 tiny holes in it. I also found that for the for sealing the jugs, what is that called? Why did I just totally blank on that word? Yeah, duct tape. Duct tape works much better than packing tape, which is good because I need that packing tape because we're moving from the almost homestead to the almoster homestead. So I kind of need, packing tape. Anyway, here is the video showing you how to make the greenhouses from milk jugs. Today I am making some milk jug greenhouses to start my plants early, give them a boost, hopefully get my harvest started a little faster. So you're going to need some basic things if you want to try this. First, seeds. You're going to need seeds if you want to plant seeds. You're going to need a milk jug, or in my case, many. You're going to need some sort of tool to cut, whether it be a knife, whether it be scissors. I have both, or I had both when I started. Not really sure where the scissors are. You're going to need some kind of permanent marker or a way to mark what is in each pot. You're going to need tape. Usually I use masking, but we don't have masking and we do have packing tape, so we're doing packing tape. And last but not least, you need some kind of soil, whether it be soil starting mix, potting mix, whatever. I'm using like 3 different kinds, so I don't have a recommendation for you. And what else do you need? You will need some water at some point. But we're going to get started. I'm going to take you through from start to finish how we're going to plant the rosemaries. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you are going to cut this jug horizontally. Now it's going to be a little hard to do it with this camera angle, but hopefully I will not amputate anything and I will end with all of my digits still attached. You might want to pray. This is the least tidy cut I think I've ever made, but you know what? It'll work, and that's all that matters. Okay. Sorry, I have to do a little of this out of camera range, just because I can't keep a great hold on this. Okay. And just a little bit more. Sorry if watching this is giving you an anxiety disorder. All right, you can cut it all the way around, but since this one kind of folded on its own, I think that's a good idea. Next, you're going to get your potting soil and you're going to pour it in the bottom. So you can't see it, but on this super shaky table, I have a trash bag to catch all of the dirt so that I don't have a lot of hard cleanup. Sorry, the table is not very sturdy. And the thing that holds the phone is constantly moving. This is not ideal, but I really wanted to get this done. So sorry you can't see me pouring it. My tripod is actually at the new homestead, as is my second thing to prop up my phone, and also the normal stand to prop my phone up without a tripod. So we're on plan D, which is the super rickety little, what would you call it? Little phone stand. So, okay, anyway, we have soil in here. So we're gonna mash it down so that it's kind of like even. I don't mean like mash it down, but you know. There we go. Now it's mostly even. We're gonna put our soil. You know what I just remembered? I did not actually write the name on it. So we're gonna write the name here. And I'm gonna try and do it on the inside and the outside, which would have been a lot easier if I had remembered to do that earlier. So let me see if I can move you down some so that you can see this. Okay, that might be down a little much. It's probably, yeah, that'll work. Okay, so normally I would have written it on the bottom, but you wouldn't actually be able to see that well. So I'm going to try it on the side here. So this is rosemary. You can see it there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to tip it up and try and follow the lines so that it's reinforced on the inside as well. This is significantly more difficult upside down and yet also easier. I don't know how to explain that in other words. Because you're not thinking about how to make the letters, it's a little easier. You're just following the lines that are already there. that is actually easier. There. So we've got rosemary written on the inside and the outside. And also new this year, I'm going to try and tape this to the top once it's all done. But anyway, we're going to take our rosemary seeds. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot this last year too. I forgot to put drainage holes in the bottom. Okay, so we're going to do that at the end. Drainage holes are very important. Otherwise, your ground will just get like weird mold, and anything that is not like flood tolerant will not grow in your greenhouse. So these do not require a whole lot of planting depth. It's just 1/4 inch, so I'm just moving it around a little bit. Probably not the best technique, but you know what? Whatever. Okay, so that's in there. Now we're going to close it back up. We are going to tape it closed. That traps the heat inside and gives you your greenhouse. Next question, is Janet smarter than her tape? Probably not, but we're going to give it a shot anyway. So let's see. There we go. Got it taped a little bit, and then we're going to do it over here as well. There's a little bit more tape than I planned, but actually I think that's going to work out perfectly. So yes, this is messy. Yeah, it's probably not exactly how it's supposed to look, but it's sealed. And that's really all that matters. Now, we're going to put some, you can either put the water in now, or you can just let the rain get to it when the rain gets to it. But what I forgot to do is poke some holes. So we're going to do that. Oh, come on. This is significantly harder to do at this point, especially without disturbing the soil. So let's see. Oh, I did it. Yay. There's a little slit. And we're just going to do that. Going to try to not make it quite so big. But you know what? Sometimes you do what you can do, and that just has to be enough. And so I need one more. I probably messed up the soil a little bit, probably a little bit less even, but you know, there we go. So most of them are little holes instead of slits, but, and like I said, I'm going to try and take the top of the seed packet, since I used them all up, and put it on there to give us another way to identify that this really is rosemary. So that if everything else is washed away, this is another way that we'll know what it is. And there we are. Our first milk jug greenhouse is ready, and all we're going to do is set it outside. And nature will do the rest. The rain and the snow and all of the weather will keep it, the conditions right for it to grow. The fact that it's enclosed like this will help to trap the heat inside. I'm going to put them for right now in a place that gets pretty much full sun. Once the seasons start to change a little and it gets hotter, I'll probably move them into someplace with partial sun. As always, don't forget to like this video, share it if you feel the need, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget, eat something wild. You could actually grow it in your milk jug greenhouses.